What's up? What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up, y'all?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Back again with another podcast episode.
Hell yeah.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Carmen.
I'm Gabs.
And I am Darby, and we are
Four
of a
Kind.
How y'all doing this week?
I'm fine. Very busy this week with work, but we're making it. We're alive. We're here.
Same.
What's
This
up?
week I'm feeling very much like same old shit, just a different day.
Yeah, I feel like that most weeks, but
That's how I
definitely
feel
this one.
this week.
For sure.
I don't feel good. A little under the weather, but
Where
Do you
my
have
mask
the-
at?
Please don't have the vid.
I'm about to
no,
say,
I
where
don't
my
have
mask
the vid.
at?
I just think
Damn.
it's a cold.
Do those
nothing.
even exist anymore?
Yes.
Alright.
Nothing too
Definitely, I think so.
serious.
I haven't even heard anything about COVID since Russia. So, guess that doesn't exist anymore.
Damn.
Guess it just is a regular code now. Back to the
Back to the
regular
ordinary scheduled
regular
program.
scheduled programming. So anyway, yeah. Today, guys, we're gonna be talking about
The world.
yeah.
What's going
The
on
world,
in the world?
the state of the world.
State of emergency.
Bullshit.
State of emergency.
No, for
Whether
real.
that be governmental issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
any
what did
kind
you
of
say
rights,
specifically, Gabriel?
Any kind of,
What did you say?
Just government issues like the rises on food prices, gas prices, everything. Like, it's crazy how gas is literally almost $5, if not already $5 in certain states.
it's
That's
more than
just-
$5.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I know, but in the state of Colorado, it's like $4.59, $4.60 for just a gallon of gas, and that is ridiculous.
That is
like,
ridiculous.
please take me back to the $2.
Bruh,
for
take me
ordering
back
$1.
to
$2.
$2. Do y'all remember that?
I'm
That's
I
telling
remember
you.
wild.
passing Mapco on what's that road?
Yeah,
I don't know
Jefferson.
the name of it.
Jefferson.
Some of them, one of them.
Oh, Jefferson.
Jefferson.
I was about to say, I
like
remember
58
I
or
remember gas
something.
being hella cheap before I started driving.
Same.
For real.
Man, that shit was
Now
hella
it takes
cheap.
$50 to
for
fill up my
real.
car.
Same.
That's
I
ridiculous.
literally put $47, $48 in the car the other day.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't know why I think like 20 and 20 that equals 40, so that should fill up your car. Like, I was on half a tank. I thought, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put 20 in there. That's gonna get me there. No,
Never.
didn't even get me
Even
close to
close.
full. I was like,
No.
what the? Like, literally didn't give me nothing.
Nothing.
I was like, what?
It's insane.
20 days
and,
or
and
whatever.
then it don't even last.
Right.
It don't even last you for more than freaking 4 days.
Yeah, it's so
True.
ghetto, bro.
I feel like that's another part too. I mean, the problem with that is we drive like
Yeah,
so
we do
far
drive
every
a lot.
freaking day.
Yeah,
We
this is
do.
definitely not no
Back
small
and forth
town
from
drive.
work.
Back and forth, back and
That's
forth.
like
back
20
and
minutes
forth.
each. So like an
Literally.
hour drive.
Yeah,
A day.
everything is like 25 minutes away.
Yes.
Literally, everything is at 20 or more. 20
Uh-huh.
minutes or
20
more.
or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 is the minimum.
20 is the
usually.
minimum.
If you find anything, if you going anywhere under 15 minutes, it's like, oh shit.
It gotta
Wow,
be
that's right up the
McDonald's or
street.
Right
something.
up
That's
the
right up the
street.
street.
Literally, that's right up the street. But no, right up
So
the
true.
street here is like 30 minutes to
30
these
minutes.
people.
For real.
For
it
real.
take me 20 minutes to even get to the gas
It
station.
takes me 20 minutes to get home from here. Like
20 minutes, same.
It
that's
take me like 25.
that's
Mhm.
annoying.
25 minutes.
Literally.
That's some bullshit.
Thomas, you a little bit further than
You are
25
in
minutes.
freaking
You was
Egypt.
Probably
smooth
30.
35.
You a smooth 30.
Bro, I got it. No.
You're in
30.
Egypt.
I had
You
to
live
get,
in Egypt.
I had to get a lift today. As soon as I got in the car, it said 25 minutes. So kill yourself.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
How you gonna-
How?
25 minutes?
That's
How you
crazy.
gonna-
It
Which
takes
way
me
did
30
you
minutes to
go?
get to your house from my house.
That is not.
I guess, child.
I know.
Alright.
I believe you.
We
but,
do live further from
From
here.
from here to him.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that shit's so crazy. And then like the rise on groceries.
Groceries.
Bruh.
It's
are
like they won't even
expensive.
Bruh.
give us a break on
Bruh.
nothing.
I cannot go to the-
Nothing.
I can't go to the store and spend less than $50.
No.
Not at
yeah.
all. Not even close.
I'm
Never.
for real. Like I just y'all stop getting my food stamps and paying for groceries is
So,
like
now
absurd.
you know why I
Yeah.
don't pay for groceries.
Paying
It's
for groceries is
absurd.
ghetto.
They are so
I
expensive.
can go in there and buy the bare minimum of what I need, and it's still gonna be
$55.
It's gonna be
Yes.
70 or 80 for sure, and then
For
you might
sure.
as well spend 100 because that's
Basically.
damn near 100. Like you're spending $100 on groceries.
What's that other
regardless,
$20
like,
gonna do? Because it ain't gonna get you
It's
no
not
gas.
gonna get you no
Yeah.
gas. It's not gonna
At
get you
all.
no gas. Like
Right.
for real.
That's
Some
why you
food
just-
maybe because the food's $10.
That's
can
why
eat
you just
twice
go
for the rest
to,
of the day and
through
that's
the
it.
drive-through after you get groceries.
For real,
Basically.
because
to make yourself feel better about
Right.
spending
Cause
$70
that's
on
what
fucking
It's
I'm on-
groceries.
insane.
I'm gonna fill my fridge up so when all this money run out for me eating out, I can have some food.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm finna go. I was thinking about. I was literally at Walmart, and I was like, I should really get groceries right now. I'm broke.
Saying, I don't be
I don't
wanting
have no
to
money
get-
for that.
I
I,
don't
have
have
to
no
go
money
to
for
the grocery store
groceries.
in sections. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to the grocery store today.
For this.
And then, yes, for this, for toiletries. Then I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back on Thursday.
For
and
household
get-
stuff. Then I'm gonna go
Yes.
back and get groceries. Then I'm gonna go
I
back
can't
and
spend
get.
$200 in one trip.
Right.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I gotta split
Exactly.
it up. I
Gotta split it up.
I
can't.
swear, because
can't.
that's gonna be a good $300.
$300.
$300. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And
$100
toiletries
per-
too.
Oh my gosh,
item.
deodorant.
Toiletries and
Yes.
household
Ooh.
products.
Household. Oh my God, let's talk
That was
about
one of the
that.
things. That was one of the
Oh
things
my
that I was
gosh.
really shocked by. Whenever I started living
Me
by
too,
myself,
Darby.
I was
Shit
like,
is
"What
expensive.
the?
Like,
Why is toilet paper and
for real?
like I don't know what
Paper
else.
Why
towels.
is
Paper
freaking
towels, laundry
bathtub
detergent,
cleaner
like,
$5? Like
ridiculous,
what?
ridiculous.
Body wash.
Then have
Yes.
y'all don't buy
Soap.
groceries. Y'all don't buy groceries,
Bar
but
soap is expensive.
I buy groceries.
have y'all
sometimes.
noticed meat don't last as long?
No,
as
it
it
does
True.
not.
Yes, because if
That's why
I
I
leave it in
freeze
my
all my meat.
refrigerator, I freeze.
Bruh.
I started doing that
I
too.
Fruits
freeze all
and
my meat.
vegetables too.
Fruits and vegetables.
Nothing,
too.
bruh. Look,
So
me and my lady
fast.
be buying groceries and shit.
That should be going spoiled.
Bruh,
quick as
we be
hell.
wait. Look,
Milk.
We'll be like, okay, we're
Yes.
gonna eat this tonight, eat something else tomorrow, and then we're gonna eat this meat in the refrigerator in the next couple days. Bruh, we come back, bruh, that shit be brown.
You have to put it
Yes.
in the freezer.
Like, bruh, what
Yes,
the?
you gotta freeze
But
it.
I'm
You
just
have to put it in the
saying,
freezer.
I remember back in the day, bro. You could have
Meat
you
in
could
your
have meat
fridge for like a
in the
week.
refrigerator for like a week, and that shit still be pristine.
Like for real.
Bro, that
No.
shit crazy, bro.
Milk
I
too. I
literally-
swear I guess I just
Lettuce.
don't drink it as much, but
Lettuce be brown
Lettuce.
and overnight.
Yes.
bananas,
Fruits,
apples,
all fruit.
yes,
Bruh, like, this
all
shit
fruit.
Something in
stupid,
the
bro.
air. Like it's
no,
literally
it's
something
not something
in the air.
It's something what they're doing to these freaking
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
all this
products.
That's what I'm
processed
saying. It's something there.
produce.
Something is
Yeah.
going on behind the scenes that they're trying to hide, and
Yes,
it's ridiculous
definitely.
that
At
they're
this point,
trying
though, are you even trying to hide it?
no,
No, they're not.
Because
they're not, because so many people have already.
They've
They've already
gonna
figured
eat
it out.
regardless too. Some people, they just
Grow their own
I'm
They're
gonna
stuff.
get a
That's
garden.
what
I
need
was
to
just
do.
gonna say I'm
That's
gonna
what-
get a garden.
and that's
I
what
need
we
to start
need.
growing
Like,
my own food.
in this community I want to build. Like, I want it to be like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. Like,
That would be so good.
Like,
We need to have a farmer's market, a
farmer-
black farmer's
for
market.
real. Shout out to all the farmers markets, man.
Mhm.
right.
Because
Shout out.
I needs that because I'm going to eat healthy and stuff like that, but I don't trust what they're putting on these fruits and vegetables. Like all this sterilizer and all this stuff. Like, okay, there's only so much you can wash off. Like, it's still some
Yeah.
on there. You know what I mean? Like,
Or
And not only
It-
that, don't you think
in
you
it.
can? Don't you think that shit gonna get in the food?
exactly. That's
you
what I'm
think-
saying.
You think it's See, you think it's just gonna sit on top of you so you can wash it off?
No.
And then on top of
That ain't how
that,
plants
it's
work.
expensive.
Yeah.
Especially the
Fruit and vegetables are expensive.
especially the organic. Which you,
Yes.
if you want to try to be healthy, the
If
organic
you go to Whole
food is so
Foods,
expensive.
Sprouts, any of that,
Trader
oh
Joe's.
my gosh, that crap is crazy
But
expensive.
that's how they get you.
Exactly. They,
Same
That's
thing
how
as
they
like
get you. That's
same
how
thing
they-
as
healthy.
restaurants. Like buying a salad is like $8, but a
Yes.
burger is $1.50.
That's
Like,
Exactly. It don't make no sense.
That's ridiculous, bro.
It don't make no sense.
At
Like,
some point, we're gonna have to take control and be like, you know what? I'm gonna have somebody start a farm that grow this.
mhm.
I'm gonna have somebody else start a farm that grow this. I'm gonna have somebody else start a farm that just got cows and pigs and chickens and shit. And we just gonna have to make this shit work, bro.
And then on top of that, you're not even paying us enough to buy it.
Right.
Like,
literally.
You want us to eat healthy. You want us to lose weight, but you're not paying us enough to afford that
You're not
lifestyle.
paying us enough to
live,
live
period.
somewhere.
Like,
right.
exactly.
Let's not talk about the cost of living.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's a whole nother
Jeez.
fucking topic.
So y'all already
because-
know we originally from Alabama. Tell me why rent in Alabama now is going up
Bruh,
$1,000 a month.
I just
I did
spoke.
not know that.
I just
Yes.
spoke to Mario
That's
the
I
other
wild.
didn't know
day.
that.
This nigga said it's like, like a band.
Yes,
That's
That's
crazy.
wild.
In
a band
Alabama.
I
plus
can't believe that.
In
for
Alabama.
rent, bro. I'm like, nigga, you might well move up here.
Might
Right,
as well.
might as well.
Might
Might
as
as
well. Shit. Why the fuck
Jesus.
not?
That's
Seriously.
wild.
Like, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And like, is it inflation? Is that what it's called? Inflation of like the country without any
increase
change
in payment
at all.
Is
like
ridiculous.
Like the amount of money that you get paid at work is not rising with inflation.
Right, exactly.
It's so sad. And then on top of that, like, here goes the government. Oh, you're going to go to jail if you have abortion. You're not even going to pay my child enough to live.
But not only that, then the government be like, we can't help y'all with that.
Right.
But we can send 34 billion to Russia though.
Exactly.
Right.
To help them overnight.
But
not saying they don't need help, but nigga, we need help
need
too.
help here. Exactly.
Like sheesh.
It's so crazy how people, like, in other countries
are living.
No, they view America as rich.
Yeah. No, some of them
No,
now.
some of them- most
now
of
is
them-
most
most
of
of the
the
people that I've
now
talked to,
it's
like-
like nah.
Yeah,
This
most of the
is a
people I
joke.
talk to, like, outside of the country,
Good.
This
are
is
literally
not
looking
rich.
at us like, y'all are ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
feel like
good,
social media has
good.
changed.
Look at us like that.
I
Thank
feel like
you.
social media has changed a lot about how people look at America.
Yeah,
It
it
has,
has.
and
Especially
as
with-
it should.
Because it
it's-
is not what it's caked up to be.
Yeah,
It is
especially
not.
But I
since-
feel like it never has been. It just never
It
was.
never has been.
It
Yeah,
never was
people-
on social media like it is
Yeah,
now.
because people from other countries never had the ability
to just look
not even look, to communicate with people
Yeah.
right
on
here.
the ground in America as opposed
Literally.
to only watching it on the news.
which
Right.
is they
When-
only show positive depictions of it.
But when you actually talk to Jonathan and Mary and Jacob
And they be
from
like,
America,
no,
and they
right.
be like, bruh,
No,
This is
This
not
ain't
what
what
you
it-
think it is
But
ain't what
also,
it is,
it
bro.
is
at all.
the reason why they did, put this cloak over America to make it look, or the U.S. to make it look like,
Lavish.
lavish and luxury.
luxurious.
But they're like, it's being broken down now, and I feel like they started doing that because of the promise, I guess, that they wanted the U.S. to have, like, this like nation of freedom, this nation of like
yeah, but now all
whatever.
that is fucking bullshit.
After winning all the wars or whatever that we all went through, but the realness is coming to
Yeah,
the surface
exactly.
now. Like the cloak is being definitely taken off.
the cloak is gone.
It's gone.
The
Like
cloak is gone.
we all see what's
And
going
we
on.
all-
And I
are
feel like
like-
they're scrambling to
Try
to
to
make
try
it,
and
yeah.
try
remake
to,
it.
Yeah, remake it, and at the same time keep it the same,
Right.
like as what it used to be. Like, and no, like just like I was watching somebody on TikTok say, like, the rules that applied then do not apply to this time
They
period.
really didn't
like,
apply then, if you want to be real.
That's
that
what I was about to
part-
say. It ain't never been no rules.
That part, but
The only rules is for the poor people.
right, but still, it's like this is a different time. Like, you can't have the same mentality as somebody who was in the 1700s. Like, how like, how does that apply right now? Like, it doesn't.
Very ignorant thinking.
It doesn't apply.
I mean,
Ignorant
really,
thinking.
really, the only mindset is rich mindset, poor mindset. That's really
Mm-hmm.
the only mindset that it is. And since a lot of us are still poor, we are still not understanding that their mindset has not changed.
True.
Like, their mindset is the same as it's always
Same.
been.
Mhm.
Take, get over, do whatever.
Scam.
do whatever
Don't
I
get
want.
caught. Don't get caught.
Right, like that's been their whole shit. So it's just like the only thing that's changed is we are able to see it now when we weren't able to see it then.
Right.
It's definitely more
Mhm.
apparent.
At that point in time, there was still a overwhelming majority mindset of the quote unquote American dream. If I work hard enough, if I go to college, if I get a good job, and like I said again, work even harder, I can blah 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 blah.
Get the 2 kids.
But
and
now
2.5 kids. and
Now we're
white picket
starting
fence.
with the information age and the internet and social media and all of the new aspects of life that have come about in the past 20 years. It's like now we're getting a different viewpoint, which is all of that shit was a lie. Y'all were just telling us that shit to keep us occupied on some other shit
Right.
while y'all was doing what y'all been doing this whole time,
Which is what they're still trying to.
which is what they're still
continuously
doing.
do.
They're not trying to continue. They doing it still. It's still happening, which is why, like I said just now, they sent $34 billion to Russia to maintain a war that, you know what I'm saying? Not
It's all a
Didn't
scam.
more times than not, they still making money off that shit. Like,
Right.
you feel me? So it's
And
like,
off a whole bunch of more
And
It's
it-
all a
shit, too.
scam.
you know what I mean?
Literally.
So you just gotta change your viewpoint and how you looking at it, and then because when you look at it from their point of view, it make complete sense. Like it's
Truly.
like
Truly.
it's like it's like if you buying weed for somebody, but you ain't really got no bread, you might be like, damn, why you charging me X, Y, and Z for this? Da, 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 da. But from their perspective, it's like, I had to pay this much for this.
Yeah.
I got my own shit. I'm looking at it from a different perspective
Right.
than you looking at it. From my
Right.
perspective, it makes total complete sense. I gotta make my money and pay who I gotta pay and handle the shit that I got going on. I'm not looking at it from your point of view.
But for me, I don't know, like, this is probably obvious, but a good businessman or woman, like, can see both sides. Like,
True.
and that's how you're able to get shit done. Like,
Exactly.
But-
And I feel like if you offered the prices that were fair or what the customer thought was
right,
fair,
that part,
then you
Darby.
would get more customers.
Right,
But
Darby.
like, I don't
that's what I
understand
be
that.
saying.
But
I
see,
definitely agree.
but see, you have morals and you have a good mindset and you're not out here.
I'm
just,
empathetic of other
just,
people.
You're not out here just trying to get over and looking out for yourself.
Exactly.
People who don't give a fuck about that, they not. I don't care. I don't care because the people that's gonna buy from me gonna buy from me,
Right.
and if they willing to pay this,
Then why would I even?
I'm
care
not
about
worried
it?
about these
true.
little crumbs that is mad that I'm charging this. You
That's
feel
when you
me?
get money hungry.
Exactly.
Greed.
Exactly. Greed.
Root of all evil. Is
And
what I
that's
say.
the root of America. Greed.
We're literally wanting more than
That's literally
Wanting
that's
more.
literally what we was built off of. Maybe not at the very beginning when nah, even then, honestly.
greed, just from the
Greed,
beginning.
Yeah.
Literally.
It might have had a little bit to do with independence from Britain and whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean,
It might have had a little bit to do with that, but
Greed.
the majority of that shit was
That's what I was saying. I think it started off with some sort of
noble intention.
noble intent, but then the greed
Very quickly,
set
the
in.
greed set in, and it became all about capitalism.
Ugh.
All about how much money we can make and who we can get over on.
But for why? I really want to ask. Like,
Because I want power.
I really just want to know
I want
why.
power. I want power.
I just wanna go
but
talk
like
to
why
somebody.
though?
I want power.
But why?
Because I want power.
You have it.
Why?
Because I need it.
You have
Why?
Because I want it.
it. You have it.
Because I can control you if I have power.
Okay, why do you need to control me?
Because I don't want nobody to control me.
Okay, that's what we need to get into because ain't nobody controlling you. Who is gonna control you? when you
Literally,
have
go
other-
the
home
other-
and live
the
your
other-
life.
the
Go
person.
home.
Because
Go
look-
home.
No, because see,
I don't
this
get
and
it.
see
I
this is
don't get it.
and this is an important part that they don't want us to understand. If you have power, right, there is a way that you can have power, but not completely take advantage and manipulate and
Exactly.
control other people, right? But since quote unquote those people don't have that mindset and can't understand that, the only option that they see is if you have power, you will control me. So I have to have
Yes.
power so that I can control you.
It's the opposite of everybody wins.
Yes,
Like
it's
somebody
like
has to be on the
there's
top.
no, and that's a lot. The people who are in question, the option of everybody can win is not even an option. Like that's not even on the table.
True.
There, like it takes a specific kind of a person / people to understand the concept that just because I win don't mean you gotta lose.
Exactly. I don't understand why that is hard to comprehend, or they choose not to want to comprehend it.
Because
Like,
because
I don't
that is
get
what.
it.
But see,
Why?
look, that's what allowed them to take over the globe and start all these wars and do everything throughout history. That mindset does not exist to them. Like that doesn't exist.
it's so sad.
They can't understand.
It's not. It doesn't even compute. Like
Which is why they just need. Never mind.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way that everything is gonna get better.
Literally.
If you know, you know. But
Yeah.
that's the only way. That, in my view, and it ain't even no negative.
That's it ain't even your view. That's the only.
It ain't even no negative, like no negativity or better than behind it. It's just like that's really the only way.
it's the only
Exactly.
option.
For
Progression
shit-
is gonna
For
happen.
yeah, because people who see things in that way being just because I win doesn't mean that you have to lose. Matter of fact, if I win, I'm gonna make sure you win too. we all can win. The people with that mindset is the only people who can bring us from where we are.
True.
But how do you do that? That's the question I have. How do you go about?
You start a war.
I'm
It
crying.
ain't even about that. It ain't even about that. I was talking to my coworkers, and it's really literally just like you have to like you gotta just like stand up and stop playing the game. Like you gotta stop playing the game.
Truly.
The only way to beat the game is to stop playing the game.
True.
And the part about it, which is why it hasn't happened yet. One, the people who tried to go against the game, they killed them all, which makes people scared to go against the game at all now. And
Literally.
two, at the beginning, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to stop buying from stores and stop going to restaurants and stop spending money with certain businesses and go without for a little while. Like that's gonna be difficult.
True.
And people don't want to
Let go
of stuff. Like, nah, I want to
don't
go.
even have the
leisure.
option to let go. Some people don't even have the option. Like, I can't go without food or I can't go without contributing to these corporations. Because I don't even have enough money to survive.
True. And that's another way that they have us locked in, because it's like we worried about interest rates and gas and groceries. It's like with all that stuff that's
distraction
on our head. Yeah, it's a distraction to where it's like I can't even think about a solution
because
I'm so worried about getting to tomorrow.
Yeah,
I have to live. Like,
exactly.
I have to survive.
Exactly.
And if I only have $20 and I have 2 kids at home, like I'm gonna have to go to McDonald's and get something.
Exactly. Which is
because
why
I only have this hour.
Exactly.
I only have to go to my second job.
Yep. Exactly.
To make me be able to pay for rent. Like it's
exactly.
So sad.
Which is why it's gonna take people. It's gonna take people with vision, like me. Like I think about this shit like all the fucking time. Like it's really gonna take visionaries to be like really come up with a way to, like I said. Okay, I figured out a way to where if you want fresh produce, I locked in with a farmer that is gonna give us X, Y, and Z. If you want fresh meat that you ain't gotta pay hella money for, I locked in with I got somebody for that. If you need your car fixed, I got somebody for that. If you whatever you need,
right.
we create.
It's gonna take us creating that community, right?
Of people who
know how to do
that and can offer those services and offer those stuff and are willing to do it in order to starve the system so that we can eventually break out of it.
That's what it's all about.
That's
starving
really
the
all.
system.
That's really
starving the system. That's a word right there.
It is, bro.
Starving the system.
So like I said, the reason it hasn't happened yet is because nobody's done it effectively. So in order to do it,
just think about if we was to do that though, y'all.
It'll be amazing, bro.
They
would
that's really
be my dream.
So like
they wouldn't know what to do and they couldn't do nothing about it.
They couldn't do nothing because we growing our own stuff. Like we got our own people to do our own stuff.
Something.
No,
they would figure out something to try to make it.
But see, you have to
try to make it illegal.
I think about this too, and the way that you do it is you have to already know what they're gonna do. Like,
true.
Well, you can't.
But you can though.
Like you can't take my land because I already got title of this. Like I already got this backed
you
up.
Already,
I got my own land.
Baby.
I can already do this. Like you gotta already know the rules.
How am I shipping stuff from state to state? I got a trucking
business.
I got a trucking business.
Contracts.
I got contracts. I got everything that you think that you can come at me with about.
Right.
I already got it taken care of because I know what type of time you want.
Right.
I know that you about to come at me with all this bullshit, so I'm already prepared for that.
I got my lawyer on speed dial.
I got my lawyer on speed dial. He already with the bullshit. Because he already know what time I'm on. And he know what time you on too.
Right.
And he knows the law.
So we already prepared. The problem is we don't like mom. Sometimes we be talking about stuff that happened in the past with like the Black Panthers and Tulsa and all this times where we tried to do stuff where people tried to come together as a community, white or black or mixture. You know what I'm saying? People tried to do stuff in the past and they came down on them and just blew it all up. And she was like, in certain situations, I'm not gonna say always, but certain situations, it's just like she just feels like overwhelmed, and it's just like you can't let that overwhelm you because that's why they do it, to overwhelm you and make you not want to do it anymore. But the only thing that you gotta do is like know what's coming next. Like I always use this reference of like it's like playing a video game. If you
it's
get
like
to
a chess game.
If you get to round 5 and you always lose at round 5, you're not gonna just quit because you keep losing. You're gonna have to be like, okay, during round 5, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. This is where I always get hung up. This is what's gonna come next. This is the hard part. Now, how do I maneuver around that? Because I know that it's coming.
With the knowing, you also have to have resilience, and a lot of people give up after the first time.
Exactly.
Like, if you got to level 5 and you've lost, you wouldn't just turn off the game.
Exactly.
Like, you have to go back and be like, okay, I'm going to do this again.
Yes, that's my point. But I'm saying they killed all the leaders. They killed everybody who tried to work for progression. And now we
turned that game off.
We're in a state of mind where we've just turned the game off and are just like, well,
playing their game.
If they did it, if they tried it and lost, it ain't no way I can win.
No, ma'am.
And it's like, that's not, you can't have that mindset, bro. Like, you might as well just lay down right now.
Right.
And it's like, I can't get behind it. So that's why I said, like, that's my dream, bro. Like, we have to figure out a way out of this shit. But like I said, the hard part about it is at the beginning when it start off, it's gonna be hard, bro. Because you're gonna have to go without. You can't go to the movies today because whatever. You can't splurge. You can't go on that vacation. You can't do whatever. You can't just have that just frivolous freedom that you have. Because it's like you have to be dedicated and focused. Like,
yeah, but at the same time, it's another tactic to advertise those kinds of luxuries, like, and those kind of freedoms. Like when people are like, okay, yes, but take time out for yourself and do what you want to do.
True.
Do things that make you happy, but you have to find the balance of two, like the balance of I need to work, whether that be an actual job or whether it be something that is getting you to a goal. I have to work, and I also need to take time to remember to take time for myself. Like,
right.
I can't be fully on all the time because it's going to lead to the detriment of my well-being.
True.
And like, another form of the way this world, and when I say world, I'm specifically talking about the United States, like the way they have fully poisoned basically our mind and the mindsets of the people around everywhere, with racism, homophobia, like sexism, xenophobia, all those like awful mindsets to have has been ingrained in our culture, for the culture of the United States, for like
since its
inception, literally.
Yep.
So one dream of mine is to remove those mindsets, or like challenge those mindsets with opposite mindsets, because I'm kind of stuck between the two, because on one hand, part of me wants to believe that there could be a world, this utopian world where everybody is loving and kind to everybody, and there's no hate, there's no, bad, quote unquote, in the world. But the other part of me is like, wants to believe there has to be balance, or like there has to be some sort of bad, quote unquote, or dark to balance out the light, or like balance out the good, or like you can't practice your good unless there is bad, or something like that. But I battle with that on my own. That's a whole other thing. But
I think the battle just needs to stop, because I just feel like you need to just come to grips with there's always going to be that balance. So you think so?
It's like you don't have to make balance. Balance is already
is always going to be there. Like
regardless,
the fabric of the universe past us.
I don't think balance is the right word.
But I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is balance is universal. The fabric of the universe is based upon balance. So
I don't think
there's always going to be the opposite of what you want.
I agree, but I don't think there's always balance. I think there's always an option for the universe to be balanced. Like,
yes.
There is always what is the word? Opportunity. There's always an opportunity for the world to be balanced.
Yes.
But sometimes it is more good, and sometimes it is more bad.
But for the past 2,000 years,
whatever, yeah, I feel like there has been an imbalance.
There has been an imbalance.
Imbalance in bad, quote
and
unquote,
negative energy. So
bad, quote unquote, being more so than
exactly.
good.
So, but see, this is what I'm saying. There's always an option for balancement to take place, right? So everything that we've been talking about this whole time, and everything that America and everybody else on that same type of time, the whole thing that they're doing is taking away our option of creating balance.
Yes.
So,
or not even just
away.
option, taking away our knowing that there is an option.
Yes.
Taking away our ability to know that there is opportunity.
Our ability to make a choice.
It's taking away your ability to make a choice. The human psyche, literally.
Yes.
And that's one of my dreams. Helping people understand, one, their trauma, because trauma usually keeps us held back from where we're supposed to be, or where, the universe wants us to be, or whatever, or where they don't want us to be. Understanding our trauma, making sure that we are healed so that we can heal others, so that we can help others. And I want people to really understand themselves and really understand other people on an emotional level, because emotions are really our flags, like red flag or green flag to life, and our checkpoints. That's another way to say it. It's our checkpoints. Like, if we're happy, we know that we are going down the path that we need to go down. But if we are angry or sad, it's not a bad thing, but it's just a sign from us,
right,
to know, like, this isn't right, or this isn't where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I want people to be more conscious of their emotions and their selves, just in general, because if you are in tune with yourself, it's easier for you to be in tune with other people, and in turn that can lead to relationship, which will lead to what Thomas's dream is,
which is to create a way, create a plan, create what's the word I'm trying to say?
Create opportunity.
Create a avenue and a guideline, a blueprint to play the option out, because there is an option, there is a way for this shit to not be the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? Even back to what I was saying about having farmers, having people in medicine, having housing, having builders and plumbers, like having systems in place to where you can get what you need to get done,
right,
without having to go through the channels of,
right,
you know what I mean, of the bullshit, in order to keep feeding the machine who is trying to take away your options.
Sure.
Exactly that. So that's why I feel like there has to be some sort of change in the healing of people, because whether that be good or bad, like healing people that cause harm unto others, or healing people that have had harm caused unto them, and usually the people who harm other people were harmed. So,
yeah. And I feel like that's what I struggle with, because while you struggle with that, mine is like we have to start somewhere, because when those people are going through their healing, a part of healing in any situation is having the vision that there is better. Yes. Somewhere. So if you're trying to get through the process of, okay, I don't have to live this life. Life can be better than this. Basically, everything we've been talking about this whole episode, without a something to look at, like an example to see that this can be this is possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to grasp possibility.
Right.
So like I was saying, like if you look at all the leaders and people who try to progress the world, or the United States specifically, when you look at all the leaders who did such amazing things and took such great strides, it's very inspiring until you get to the point where they got killed. Yes. And then you start the inspiration goes away a little bit, and you're kind of like, well, if I look at these great people as such heroes and such inspirations and such revolutionaries, et cetera, but they didn't succeed fully, and they got killed, et cetera, it takes it back and makes you feel like, I can't do it.
That is definitely a tactic.
It can't be done. which then makes you give up before you even start.
But there are also people who have not been killed.
That's true.
Who are still
fighting,
paving the way, and
You're right.
that's a tool that you can use. Like, yes, unfortunately, there are people casualties, but there are still people who are out here just still moves. Doing it.
And that doesn't mean give up.
That doesn't mean give up. Absolutely. But like I said, the one thing that makes it easier for somebody to be susceptible to giving up is not
seeing representation.
Not seeing not representation, and not seeing an example of what success looks like, or what it could look like if you keep going. Which is one of the reasons why, like we've been saying, they spend billions and billions and billions of dollars in time and energy every year to keep us distracted on everything. Every single thing that you could think of, literally. Except for what we need to be focused on, which is building a community of people, of like-minded people who can do the necessary things, take the necessary steps, and connect people with the necessary avenues to eventually starve the system to where we can live abundantly.
I need to thrive as much as we were supposed to in the first place.
Right.
I need to rewatch The Matrix for real. I really want to rewatch that because that's basically what it is.
Good movie.
What is happening right now?
Good movie.
Like, people are in this simulation, and this one person gets out of the simulation and actually sees the world for what it actually is.
Yep.
And
he's trying everything to dismantle it.
He's trying everything to break it down, basically, and get everybody out.
Yeah.
So that's basically what is happening right now. Realizing that you're in this game, and then trying to help everybody get out and trying to break it down.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, that's what we want to talk about today, guys. Y'all, real note. Realize that we are in a game right now.
Definitely.
Like, take a moment to look around you.
Get off your phone.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like we said before, get off of your phone for a minute.
Yeah.
And just look at the real world. You can't do it while you're on your phone though. You can't. It doesn't work.
But once you open up a little bit, you can start looking at your phone.
Yeah, noticing the difference.
Afterwards, you can see it. You can see that
just like us, because we get on our phones, but it's definitely
it's not a necessity.
It's like we know, we can't get wrapped up in this. This is just literally a distraction. Your phone is a distraction.
Literally, though.
Right. Now, look.
Not even the world, your phone.
Now, after you listen to this podcast, go look on your phone, scroll for a little while, and see if anything at all pertains to any of the shit we've been talking about.
Literally nothing.
Nothing. Not anything.
Which is the shit that we need to be talking about.
Exactly.
So, yes, we love you guys.
We encourage you to think about what you personally want to do and could possibly contribute.
And if you want to help, us, feel free, to write us. We are
about this.
For real. We really trying to do this, y'all, because our eyes have been opened, and
literally,
ever since it's not been no walk in the park. For none of us. It's literally as soon, and it's crazy, y'all, our eyes wasn't open. Well, Thomas's might have been, but ours, me, Darby, and Gabrielle's wasn't until recently.
Really?
And when about a year and a half, 2 years ago,
when we all came into agreement that our eyes was all open, we was all wow.
And it literally happened. God really.
Literally, we was literally all whoa. We was all literally starstruck, in a gaze, thinking that's really how our world is. And we'll go deeper into that subject, y'all, but we saved that for another day. But seriously, when we started realizing and, like I said, opening our eyes,
and realizing that we were all on the same
page.
On the same page, yeah.
Trust me, our life got harder.
On the same frequency.
It did.
Let me tell y'all,
immediately.
Our life got harder
immediately,
and it's crazy because, we were prepared. Like, we knew. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what it takes. Like, that's what this whole thing, like, we have to be prepared
for the
hard times.
For
like
the struggle.
And we're literally, you don't think you get through it, like, you really don't think of it like that, but we're getting through this, like, every day, y'all. Like,
it's literally
this is
every day.
our lives just like it is your life. Like, we all live in the same world. Like, it's crazy. Like, so with us growing and learning, like, we encourage you guys to, you know, start opening your eyes, start learning, start getting into the world, because, like, the real world.
And seeing it for what it is.
Seeing it for what it is, because, y'all, it is not.
It is
what
not
it's cracked up
it
to
is
be.
not
It's not
nice.
pretty.
It's
not
not pretty,
nice,
but
pretty nice,
but there
none of
is
that.
still hope.
There
It
is
is.
There is hope.
You know, we actually do the work to try to get to that point. Like,
right.
just imagine, like, a future where we don't need
Like,
nothing from
Nobody else.
from
Like,
nobody. Like, literally, you have your own, you know, community, your own plug who can, you know,
do anything that you
literally
need.
And I mean anything, not just freaking, you know,
Because when you think about it, you don't really need a lot of shit.
right, you only need food,
You only need
shelter,
food, shelter,
water.
clothes,
and health care.
You really don't even
and a
need
doctor.
clothes,
and a
really,
doctor.
really.
And y'all, it's so many, and I'm not even just gonna say black people, but, like, it's so many people in our community, in this world, who know how to do stuff.
Yes.
Like,
That
who know
just
how
know
to work
from-
with their hands.
That
who,
just know it
or even
without even going to
freaking
school.
Just know it.
exactly.
And not
Passed
even know
down
it.
to from their grandparents. Like, you know, like, even just little bitty stuff. Like, people know how to do notaries. Like, oh yeah.
And not
like,
even know how to do it. They enjoy doing
exactly.
it.
Like,
Yes.
like, this is what we're trying to do.
That
So
is
it's
why
like,
I go back to saying figuring out who you are and like
yes,
learning about
and
yourself.
that is important too, because that's how you figure out how you can contribute.
That-
And
Like,
it is okay.
Yes.
It is okay to have weaknesses, but
Exactly.
as long as you know them
As long as you know your strengths. Like, if
and
I
know
don't,
your strengths as well, like know
if,
your
if
weaknesses
I don't
and
like
your
to
strengths.
cook, but I know that I'm gonna need to eat, right?
Right.
If I'm connected with somebody who just genuinely
Likes
likes to cook for
cooking,
people, they love to
exactly.
cook.
They
Not
like
me.
doing that.
That person,
Me
but I'm
either.
saying that is
But that
what
is the
that particular person
is-
could contribute
exactly
to this community
without even
without feeling like they gotta
That-
charge you an arm and a
exactly,
leg.
because
It's
they
just
just
like I
like
love
doing it.
doing this.
right.
And if they then be like, okay, well, I need somebody to watch my child while I'm cooking for all these people. There are people who, like, I love kids.
Right,
I
and
love-
especially you cooking for me, like, shoot,
I'm
why
definitely watching your
not?
kids.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Bring
So-
her over.
So
Uh,
and then if that person is like, well, I would, but I can't watch them because I need my roof to be fixed.
right,
Somebody
I'm-
else is like,
I
Oh,
know
well,
somebody
I-
with a roof.
I love
with
doing
roof
this.
experience.
Exactly.
I'm a carpenter and I love helping people. I love doing it.
Exactly.
Like, this is how.
And I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm good at it
Yes.
because I love it.
Right.
This is how you start building a community
Exactly.
and not having to go out. Not saying not go outside, like fuck them outside, but like not having no other choice but to go outside of them and spend your money and work
and then
work
you will
40
feel
hours
better
a
in
week.
the end. Like, you giving your money to somebody who you will feel like
It's
happy to give
yeah.
it, like, thank you, because in return, like, you doing something for me, like,
Right, like if I was paying Carmen to do something, it's like I don't mind paying you because I'm low key keeping the money. I'm keeping the money in the house.
exactly. And I'm not even probably paying you as much as I would be paying somebody else.
Exactly.
Like,
So it's
that,
like-
it would.
Exactly.
And I'm happy with what I'm making, because I ain't making as much as them other folks was making.
I don't
So
even-
this is good
right.
money to me.
And I don't even care if I'm making a little bit less because I
Right.
don't have to spend as much.
Exactly.
I have everything that I need
True.
in access. So I don't
Yes.
care that I'm making a little bit less or a lot less because the money that's going out is nowhere near as much. And I have everything that I need. So yeah, man, this is how you
Yeah.
begin to build a community and starve
Right.
the system by this way.
Yes, and that is our ultimate goal.
That is
we
our ultimate goal.
We have now are beginning to understand our strengths and weaknesses and each other's strengths and weaknesses
And our
Right.
dreams.
and our dreams
and our
and knowing that we
contributions.
have
And that's what's helping us to do this now, like, because we
Yes.
know what each other can do. Like,
knowing that we have
you,
strengths and weaknesses
you could
between
do that
the four
because
of
you're
us.
good at that. Like, you do this because you're good at that, and then I don't know. 4 is just a great number because we
Yeah.
just can do everything.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Basically. And we really just figured, like Carmen was
We
saying,
literally just
during this
figured
process
that
that we've
out.
been through within the past year and a half, where we all realized that we had now risen to the same frequency and see things
Right.
on the same page, et cetera, et cetera. We
We
recently
realized
just got to this point.
That, wow, I don't like doing that, but you do. That's crazy.
damn,
that's wild.
We can really do anything that we want.
Literally.
Anything that we put our mind to, and we work together, we can literally do.
Literally.
And then after that, we was like, damn, and if we all can do it together, we all four of us having all of these different perspectives and outlooks and experiences in life,
think about everybody
can reach out to other people.
Think about how many other more people could do so much more stuff, y'all. Like, that's
just
crazy.
in the
we four and we think we can do whatever we want. Like, just imagine.
I'm one and I think I can do whatever I want.
So just imagine if all four of us got four more people.
Right.
Literally.
Blood is stopping.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, this is where I get lit, bro.
No, but for real, it really is inspiring, especially. I'll speak from our perspective, like knowing that it's based on the values and the morals of like love and wanting to share our experience and our knowledge and our help to other people because it'll help them in the long run and help everybody in the long run. That is what's inspiring. Like, just knowing that there's
hope. There's options.
There is still hope. There is still
like
a way. There's still an option.
Yeah.
For real. And just a moment of honesty, like when Gab was like when, because these three, they be on me. When I start talking like this, they see how excited and passionate I get about it. And it's like at certain points, even definitely in the past, but even still in the present, it'd be like a part of me like kind of like shies away from it because it kind of feels like, who are you to have a vision of something? Like, who are you to feel like you can do or think about or try to guide anybody or try to make a plan for anybody to do? You ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really shit. You ain't da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, also there's like a supreme sense of like the fact that I feel so passionate about it and that it consumes my mind all the time and it makes me so happy. It's just like God would not have put that on me so strongly if it wasn't to be used.
Right.
And
exactly.
It's still a struggle and a journey for me to really like
accept
it.
And like
it's hard for me too. It's hard for everybody, I'm sure.
Because it's our calling.
It's our calling.
It's hard to
Same thing with Carmen, like
God's
knowing that she is gonna have to be the person to keep things in track, on track, in check, basically.
Right.
Like maybe I don't know if you feel that way, but like knowing that is that a challenge for you to like accept the fact that you're gonna have to be that person?
It's
even though you know that you love doing it.
And like exactly. Not that it's hard for me because it's not hard. It's just like knowing the fact that somebody's depending on you.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of scary part. Like, but like
it's not hard.
It's not exactly. And God is always, in your corner. Like,
right.
This is what I called you here for. Like. I know that you could do this. Like, so why are you even scared? Why are you?
You know, too.
Exactly. I know and you know. And like, that's the part we're all at now.
Excuse me. That's the part for me, too. Like, that's the part where I am, too. Like, knowing that I am more in touch with people, more in touch with emotion and feeling and all that, in all that realm.
Right.
Knowing that is something that I love to talk about. Knowing that that's something that I enjoy learning about. Like, all that stuff.
Which all wraps up into that's why we all went through what we went through.
Exactly. And same for Gabrielle. Like knowing
here,
that
like
I don't know, Gabrielle, if you feel that you're like nervous to step into your calling being like the person that's supposed to bring joy because that's always how you've been, the person that brings joy, the person that is the closest to spirit and God, like
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I would just say like I don't feel like I have the opportunities to do that yet. Mm-hmm. So I try to do it when I can. Like I understand it and I've acknowledged it, but
when the opportunity does present itself,
do you
in
feel
that moment
like
are you feeling
like I don't know if I should do this right now? I don't know if they're gonna want to talk to me
Not really.
Well, I'm trying to get to that level.
Me too.
It depends on. I don't know. I look at everything. Like I look at the vibes. I look at the people. I look at like people's energies because if somebody in a crappy mood, then I'm not gonna try to pursue that.
I do.
Pursue that as quickly. Like I'll try to give them their space and try to ease my way into it. But I'm not gonna try to be like
overly.
Yeah, it's like overly excessive. Like, oh hey girl, like smiles, okay. Like no, I'll definitely try to ease my way into it. Like it's okay, or whatever, and then they'll notice that I'm being genuine, and then from then on, I'll be like, okay, girl, you good, you got a lot, and then from there, I'll try to put a smile on their face. But no, I don't ever feel like nervous or like apprehensive. I'm
trying to get there, bro. Because even when I be like, I be at work, like, just looking at videos, taking information in, like studying stuff, and just in it while doing it, I like have a vision or like apprehension of the future, like trying to tell somebody this blueprint and tell somebody, like trying to lead somebody in a way, or trying to tell somebody in a conversation like this.
In my vision, it's swiftly though, but in person, it's like my words are jumbled.
Really
no. What I'm saying is like I'll envision sharing.
Like just it's like kind of just closing your eyes and just seeing.
I don't ever really have that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well,
you just have to like.
No, everybody don't have that gift.
Nah, what I was saying was like I'll be envisioning having a conversation like this with somebody or a group of people saying, y'all, this is what we need to do. This is the kind of plan,
every day.
Or this is how we can do this or get to this goal. And I'll just like feel the nervousness of them looking at me like, how I know you know what you talking about.
Well, if you get that, if you even,
I don't feel like people would look at you like that.
And if they do, you have to know how to accept rejection too. Like you have to be like, okay, they didn't want to learn it. That doesn't hurt me whatsoever.
And I'm learning. I'm continually learning that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But to wrap this one up, don't want to.
Yeah, we've been on too long. I don't want to keep y'all too long.
But yeah, just a little, snippets of how we feel about the world right now, what we want to see, how we want to see the world in the future,
right?
And what we think our purpose is in order to reach that goal,
and what we implore you to do in order to figure out how you can help as well.
Right.
But yes, we appreciate you guys listening. We love you guys so much.
Yes, love you guys.
Thank you guys for
absolutely
keeping up with us.
Thank you guys for listening.
Make you go.
See, that was me.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Please comment on this video. Make sure y'all comment on this video. Any comments or thoughts that you have.
Be quiet.
Oh, shit.
Y'all playing on our top. Like, I was so ready for us to start a podcast. Like, where y'all at? Confused.
No, but we love you guys.
Yes, we love the loyal
all
ones.
All love.
We love y'all.
Even if you're not loyal, we still love you.
Yeah, we love all y'all, man. We just really respect the people that's been coming back listening every time.
Yes.
We love y'all. We appreciative. I'm just saying.
And if you came on this late and you seeing this after the release date,
Go back and listen to the other ones.
Welcome and listen to the other ones.
Yes.
You know
Literally.
what I mean? For sure.
But yeah, guys, I'm Darby.
I'm Gabrielle.
I'm Carmen.
Like, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm
Thomas. I want to put it in again. I'm Thomas.
And we are four of a kind.
See y'all
Bye,
later.
guys.